Abu Chelsea Egusu spend oh your story be said this summer Chelsea have spent in excess of 280 million pounds.
Yes.
Or they can't toward Bolly buy the way Messi spend there. Let's spend in Nankasa Bros wa a Yakobe 900 million pounds. Now why is Chelsea not in breach of financial fair play rules away for Diaba? And the person Jim Rena Kakra. On my Chelsea signings for this summer. Now Chelsea signings for this summer no. Obehu said what to total players now do Moises Caicedo 116 million euros. Waba Christopher Nkunku 60 million euros. Axel Desasi 45 million euros. Nicholas Jackson 37 million euros. Leslie Ugochukwu 27. Robert Sanchez 23. Angelo 15 million euros per the valuation of transfer market. Okani inabo mabu. There's a 323 million euros minus the Romeo Lavia fee. Memfa Romeo Lavia and Kanhu because the conversation will add him to it when officially he becomes a Chelsea player. Now, Chelsea players on Maton this particular period. And so ASA Omo Aton players 254.90 million euros. Enti Okabumwa. There's a Chelsea Yaboka. Bear 60 million euros in terms of net transfer fee. Now, Ububumu Aqua, Uncle the next a slide in from the transfer outlay of Chelsea this particular period, and the best playing the Mecano. Now, net transfer no a minus $74 million, $1 million. It is there for a reason. $74 million. Yes, a Chelsea Atom players in $279 million. And on our top players in $353 million. Enti the old tono a won fast war. The old tono a woka. Enti Chelsea are top players, Atom players, Aboka $74 million as it stands now.
Oh, okay.
So to Romeo Lavia, a bear riser could drew $138 million. So we don't care simple mathematics and we don't care how be in him. But and yes, sanity transfers it doesn't work this way. Especially so recorded the financial books club will be prepared the financial statement for the year. In preparing financial statement, you recorded transfers to say
recording is
yeah recording accounting terminology be a friend of amortization.
Oh, okay.
Amortization is simply one equivalent to the NFN or higher purchase. Me koto dine a diner meto no me di diner no amane bone drew $20 million. But machine pane say on ma me mfie be yedu metu ya $20 million ne di amano. Enti sa no amortization ebe ba na say $20 million divided by 10. Enti every year bia no metu ya saying metu ya $2 million.
Yes.
Enti sa no ye prepare a financial statement for me nika kroya for this year. I will not spend $20 million on a house. I will spend just $2 million. Exactly.
And I'll finish the can all day.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So amortization simply means one, paying off a debt. Say odeka na utia kanu over time in equal installments. That is simply amortization. Paying off a debt. Over time in equal installment. That is amortization. Now, yes, idea way no to reduce the book value of an intangible asset. You can't intangible asset. Tezabu ebi awo image right. You ain't mean quantify image right and then you china.
Yes.
Yep. But me wa pen. The pen is a tangible asset. I can buy the pen now for 2 cedis. But I won't know a player minimum. Players are intangible assets. We only apply a certain valuation based on the selling club. Enti amortization no mostly on paying off a certain amount of money on intangible asset and reduce your book value no over a period of time. Now yambra the Chelsea example ne so. Chelsea talk I said do my Chelsea signings no any more transfer duration. Chelsea talk I said no or they sign a share 8-year contract. Nancy Obeti yes Chelsea a top player 1 7 years so dream I want here. To allow for amortization and then exploit a certain loophole in the Premier League rule, and then it was even UEFA. And UEFA breaking it there. No, I know maximum 5 years.
Yes.
But Premier League, no, there is no limit now until the next year. And maybe a limit, beba. So there is no limit on the contract length out of the Bema player. So Chelsea signing players now more 8 years, 9 years, 7 years, it is for a reason. It is to ensure that players no more Tony in terms of a more amortized cost for a year. And benya financial implications on Chelsea in the books or so. And the Caicedo 8 years, I hear this simple calculation. It means that Caicedo Buono, Abu, or the bad dollars more. This year, Chelsea won't pay Brighton 100 million in their books. They will pay $18.25 million.
$18.25
million.
Oh, okay.
For Caicedo. In Kunku, a 6-year contract, yet on bear close to $80 million. Chelsea will pay just 11 million this year. Until every year, piano for the 6-year period, 11 million at Chelsea betia. Desasi, Chelsea Torno for over $40 million. Chelsea betia 8.3 on Axel Desasi. Jackson, Chelsea betia $5.125 million. Ogechuku Leslie, Chelsea to $4.28 million this year. Sanchez Robert, $3.57 million. Anna Angelo Gabriel, Chelsea to $3.4 million. So the amortized cost of these signings now Chelsea and for this period, so prepare the financial statement, Abu, and do $55 million.
Wow.
And that is what amortization does. So Chelsea won't pay even close to $100 million on signings here or make here if or prepare the financial statement. And the financial statement in the so for a 3-year period, now you say we breach FFP now and I say we won't breach here. So yet same way as here. I think we can move on. Now, so all the Lavia crab babe canwa, me pacho don't go there yet. All the bra studio here. So what the Lavia babe canwa, Lavia, if Chelsea sign him for the reported fee of £50 million now, it would equate to be $60 million. Now, it means Chelsea amortization on for Lavia, if they are giving him a 7-year contract, will be $9.142 million. It means that if Chelsea even add Lavia, they will pay amortized transfer fees for the season under review. And after the financial year, about $63.67 million in their books. So Chelsea won't suffer for the transfer fees, no Mutiano. But it also does not mean that Chelsea are free of not breaking FFP breaches. But transfers, not particularly in America. For the transfer fees, they are okay because of the length of contract on the Momo. And it was a strategy adopted by Clelic. Todd Bolly Mobile Talk Club, no. They brought in this accounting now. And a Preki Premier League no more because there was that loophole and they exploited it. UEFA has also changed stuff, but Premier League they and take immediate effect. So Chelsea have 1 year, and Sanaya regularizing Yoma about 5 years maximum. Tinomoma players 8 years. Now where does this leave Chelsea? In accounting, in the last 3 transfer windows, in terms of amortized transfer fees, Chelsea acostiomo $200 million. Odeba, in terms of player sales, Chelsea have realized $191 million. So FFP no calculate, I mean Chelsea they cut $9 million as it stands now. The FFP limit has been increased from 30 million euros, which is equivalent to $35 million, to 90 million euros, which is equivalent to $95 million. So $95 million crown, or 9 million free money saying. It means Chelsea still have a buffer of over $80 million, not in breach of financial fair play rules. This is the explanation. Now, over a year, FFP Nebiwa, you in fact transfer in Kwani a day statement, the wages count, and that is where the cost is. Yes. So me top player, you fan is for a free agent. Now me fano ebi a Barca ne Gundogan. Barca ma Gundogan $300,000 a year. Sorry, a week. 300,000 times 52 in the year. It means Barca will pay close to more than $15 million for Gundogan wages.
Yes.
Bankomo to transfer fee and can a transfer fee for the year and then do that. So to some extent, free agents for the year are more expensive than even transfers.
Free agent for because
of more wages.
Oh, okay.
And the wages part, and it me peja club be spending. But in the case of Chelsea, the players were Koulibaly was a high earner. Kai Havertz high earner. Mason Mount high earner. And to our offloaded players on Mujika can see any free wage bill and so. And our players not your mabane, they are basically unknown players. Into omo 30, 40, 50. Into uma ALS Ogechuku, Oman 50 a year, £1,000 a week. Wama Angelo Gabriel, £20,000 a week. Oh, Momo Mosa, Omusika and Rakabomwa, and Drukulibali there. So they have offloaded one player, and the wage now come to Yamano. It is catering for maximum 4 players on the new players list.
Some passports.
So it is a shrewd accounting move by the Chelsea team. Players on Motomo, are they players on here indispensable? No. They can do without these players, but they have made room for much more revenue to be kept in the club. Our month spending. Wow. Away from that, me pasi a share DB. On my Chelsea financial account for last year, na me fe no fenwi.
Share ne be 1 minute ma me na post on bro. Na ma unze or my going so account say mi nya panka na me mo ahwe ba membre no.
Oh no problem.
Share no 1 minute ma me
financial statements ne fengu so mfa mame. This is Chelsea's financial statement for last year. Mashada na ma midday circle afa found. The operating loss of Chelsea for the last business year was £236,718,000. Now operating loss no esote because omoba benya an aspect where profit on disposal of player registrations and here 123,151,000 enti eteso edeba 115,945. That is a loss for Chelsea for the financial year.
Yes.
Good. Now me the way by because we be a massacre now matro player amortization and trading. That is for the period 2022. If your operation expenses now, for player amortization in count. Amortization of player expenses ni weni inano. Because of players at Chelsea nyai. Onko the next slide. Weni expense. The difference here in players are what 20 players are unyano. Check baby amateur additions. If you are getting players on board, say top players are untia transfer fee no imminently on the accounting statement. By a top player, you record the transfer fee instantly on the transfer on the balance sheet.
Wow. So
that is what Chelsea will use. Check it. After July 1, 2021, amortization charge for the year. Check players at Chelsea for a period they account here 160 million euros. So 160 million pounds. Check here and on the wall. But Chelsea's players are more torn and their disposals 147, 166.
Wow, Medasi, Mickey.
Hi, memo akwaba e de aba K Sports on YouTube so na madawase. Se de bia de video tumu a utimbehwe. Shano swame se ahaye dwumade ye di nyina ne se ye de football analysis rumors de ekoso ne atapoku eka de kwaku Edelson eka de Kwame de la de Fishbone onso etimi eka e de fa Chelsea ho, Man U ho, Barcelona ho, Madrid ho ne ekoso de kootwi eka obreman ni nyina no yetimi e de ba be somo all platform we so eno nti wo paso a no watimi subscribe to the channel no one like video no na wa drop a comment or comment section na enema etimi aye kama ye de tum wo kire wa adwene na me kire ma adwene e na ema adwuma no aye kama eno nti K Sports there eye me no dia subscribe na like na drop a comment woni atapoku eye adwene woni kwaku Ederson eye adwene woni Kwame de la the Fishbone de all kan nyina no wono omo ye adwene no matter wonka comment section ho na enema etimi akoyi pa medi e de Kobe and I'll be to my friend Kobe Finest. Aha, K Sports on YouTube.